One of my favorite palettes of all time is back. Let's do a look. I want to be able to see through the shimmers. Let's use a translucent base. I'm thinking negative space, shimmery cut crease. Take this small E27, got our shape. I'm gonna lightly transition. These are some of the softest mattes ever. Grab this shade, I'm gonna set from my upper crease to my brow bone. Transition this a little bit more, adding a little bit more depth with the darkest shade in the palette. Press that here, here. Micellar water on a C30, I want this super sharp. Extend it this way. A little more clear base. Grabbing this one, it doesn't have as much base, it's more transparent. And that is gonna go all over our lid. Some of the prettiest shimmers I've ever tried. Smudge a little bit of this on our lash line. Let's add our lash. Grab this shade, that's gonna be our inner corner high. Yes, I filmed this. And I use this because it's back in stock. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna try to have it up tonight, but it's filmed, you'll see it. It's actually pretty simple. It's step by step. You will see it. Do not get upset with me. I've been going 100 miles an hour. Listen, I even had to take the critters to the vet. They were ready for their checkup, and actually Doug did have a lump, but everything came back fine. It's honestly just a big sigh of relief around here. But let's finish the face. We're gonna finish the face together. Oh, in case, the palette I'm using is this one. It's back in stock. It's the Mario Ethereal Eyes. This one was my favorite, and the only reason I stopped using it is because y'all couldn't get it. But out of all of the new palettes that have came out recently, this is the one. This is the one for me. We're all different. This one is for me. I love it. Now, before we get started, I want to tell you that Rose & Ben Beauty, maybe you've heard of it, we're going to be partnering with 213 Deli, and what that is, it's a text-to-buy community. So if you're wondering what a text-to-buy service is, I'm going to fill you in. So here's the link if you would like to sign up. There's no obligation whatsoever, but what they're going to do is they're going to send you a weekly text of really exciting new products, and if you're interested, all you have to do is type yes, and if you're not, you ignore it. And with 213 Deli, you're going to get rewards and free gifts. It's really fun. And if you sign up before Thursday, there's going to be a really fun pairing with Rose & Ben Beauty. So I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. And like I said, if you're interested, there's the link. And if you're having trouble, first of all, make sure you're tapping that link on your phone. It's not going to work on a computer. But if you're still having trouble, just go to the website, which I'm going to link here, and just type in the code ROSE, and then that'll get you all set up and ready for the surprise. Now let's get our face on. Again, like I said, I did film the eyes. Please. Also, if you want to see more looks that I did with this, if you'll scroll back to my saved highlights, it was last November. So just scroll back to last November and you'll see some more looks using this palette. Because I know it just, it was sold out for I don't even know how long, like 10 months, maybe longer. But it is back in stock. So if you'll just scroll back to last November and December on my saved highlights, there's more looks with this palette. Now, let's try this out. This is another Kiko foundation. This is the Create Your Balance Energy Boosting Long Lasting Foundation. This is a demi-matte finish. It doesn't say what kind of coverage I'm getting. I'll just be able to tell you here. I'm gonna drop it on the back of my hand. I'll do a drop and a half. Actually, I guess I'm not. There we go. There we go. And I haven't tried this one, so we shall see. It's a lot less. I'm telling you, my color temperature on the phone, if y'all been with me and been watching me and the iPhone right now, we're fighting. It does not look this warm in person. It's honestly so pink on my hand right now. So this one's definitely lighter coverage. I would say this is light to light medium coverage, but I like it. It's very dewy. This one's a lot more dewy than the other one. I'm gonna say this is more light coverage. Okay, I haven't added any more, but it's light coverage. I like that. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't want y'all to think I'm going, oh, I don't like it. It's just it's a different formula. It's a different vibe. That's why I love makeup. I'm always here to switch it up. I'm gonna need y'all to sign another NDA. Ben is in there on another one of his meeting calls, absolutely hollering. All right, it dried down and now it looks way better. I actually went and there was like a sliver of light coming in through my window and I shut that. And I think that also helped. I'm telling y'all, right now my color temperature on my phone is feral, but it's being remedied. So let's grab our Natasha Denona concealer. We're gonna do shade R5. And if you've ever wondered why I don't go super bright with my concealer, that's because I like to create a base underneath. You're gonna get less shadows when your concealer is closer to your foundation shade. And then you might be thinking, well, Rose, I still wanna brighten. You can. But you have to get your base shade right. You could brighten with, actually, well, let's do it. Okay, no matter what, base shade. This is gonna be my base shade. And you're thinking, what? This is concealer. I know, but I'm thinking the base of the color. And that base shade is really just the most crucial underneath your eye. Unless you have deeper skin tones, then what can happen if you even go too light around here is it can start to turn a little gray. So that's when color corrector is most certainly needed. And I have so many videos on color correcting. But if you have any more darkness than I do underneath your eye, you would have wanted a little bit of corrector as well. I don't have a lot of darkness underneath my eye, so just using this is going to be enough. So let's finish blending this out. And this concealer is so thin that it's going to pair so perfectly. If you did want to grab another concealer and brighten, which is what I'm about to do, let me go find a brighter one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a little bit of R4. It's a little bit lighter, but not light enough to kind of show you. See, sometimes it's good when I do my eyes separately. I can teach you these kind of things. I feel like a lot of times I'm so focused on eyes. It's my favorite part that I forget about complexion and teaching you that. So I do apologize. Okay, so we have R4 here. Lighter but not as light. These are really, really amazing, especially when you use very small amounts like what I'm about to do. This is from LA Girl, and this is the white concealer, and it's so affordable, and we use such a small amount that it's perfect. Okay, there we go. We got that out. Got that. Okay, let's mix it together because we don't. White can be a little tricky. I don't want to just send you out there with white. I'm actually going to add a little bit more of this. I don't want it that light. Perfect. There we go. This is a perfect mixture right there. Flawless. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. All right. Now, you could have just mixed it with the concealer we already have, but I wanted to see if I had a lighter one, and it wasn't light enough. So you could just mix that white concealer with your base concealer. I'm out of control right now. Again, just say that I was using R5. We could have just mixed that, but I was just testing and already had it all there. Just use your concealer closest to your skin tone and then mix it with some white. It's not going to change the undertone. That's what we don't want to do. I don't want yellow underneath my eyes. So we're going to take a little bit and put it there. And now we're not going to turn gray. And then I'm going to clean up underneath here with it. Yay, extra red. Super precise. So precise we must whisper. Now let's just blend this out with our C31. Now, listen. C31 is going to be perfect for this because I don't want this to go too far down. I don't want it to come all the way down because I want to keep the light really close underneath my eye. So I don't need it to go as far down as the original shade of concealer went. Look at how pretty and bright that is. Now, normally I like to do my brightening with my powder, but I know some of us enjoy different techniques. And this is a perfect technique for a brighter under eye because again, you're not changing your undertone, you're just taking and lifting your perfect shade of concealer. And this is something that I would do for a special occasion, maybe for pictures. I wouldn't do this for every day, but I would definitely do it. I mean, you can, please. If I see you on the street, I'm gonna go, dang, why didn't I do that today? That looks amazing. But it's just a little bit more effort for me, especially even as many tutorials as I film a day. I actually have a business call at 4 o'clock. That's what I've been doing too. I was in meetings. It's been wild. And then I wanted to film this eye tutorial. Oh man, we are really out here highlighting today. It's just been, and then the vet nervousness. I mean, if y'all have little fur gremlins, y'all can relate. It's the vet nerves. Whew, not my favorite. And again, if you have a deeper skin and you still want to highlight through here, you would definitely want a corrector underneath this. Because anytime we add this level of lightness to deeper skin tones, it tends to want to turn just a little gray, or sometimes a lot gray. but that base underneath and the corrector. And when done in thin layers, it's not going to be heavy on the skin. There we go. I want a really, really, really bright under eye. I'm gonna grab my Givenchy powder. And I feel like it's brighter than the other one, just different. Ooh, that is a nice under eye. I'm sure by now most of us are setting with a puff, but if you're not, please just set with a puff. I will say, I mean, these are ours, but they are incredibly nice and they fit in here perfectly and they set evenly and they're wonderful. I'll link them for you, but no matter what, please set with a puff. I'm just setting across here too. Also, if you ever want to kind of sculpt without having to drag out the cooler tones, go ahead. This still has that mixture, that lighter mixture. This is going to look terrifying, but it's actually going to be so easy because we're using such a tiny amount. I'm going to go right under. Okay, see how I'm going down like that? I'm chiseling out that natural contour. I have no bronzer, no contour on. That's just natural. And then I'm going down like that, okay? Because I don't want to drag it down. It's kind of like following your skull. Kind of creepy, but it is spooky season. But it's not as creepy as it sounds. We just kind of feel of it, and then we'll just kind of lightly tap that in. Okay, we're gonna use a small brush at first. It's not gonna look like that, I promise. But with everything I do, we just need to trust the process. Now, we still need to blend this out some more, and we're just gonna take our foundation brush, and look at that. Woo! Okay, now we didn't have to drag out all that contour jazz. So if you're still having a little bit of a hard time just mastering the cooler tones, this is a great way to do it. It's so easy. And it doesn't just look like a white stripe there. It's going down. Very, very subtle. I feel like lighter tones are always going to be easier to use than darker tones, obviously. So by doing this, it creates that definition. And it can even fake definition, say that you just have a little bit more of a rounder face. This could fake that, just as long as you're blending that in like I have. Oh, it's pretty easy. I want to try out the lighter shade of the Kiko Milano bronzer today. Just wanted to check it out. It looks really light in the pan, but it seems to be not as light on my face. I wanted something a little bit warmer. I feel like the other shade's a little cooler. Y'all, my hair is crudustled. I need to wash it tonight. I would like for y'all to ignore what's going on here. I really just need some grace at this moment, okay? I told y'all I was going through it this morning. The animals were going through it. That's gel. We're all going through it together, and now y'all have to go through it with me. That's pretty. I like how warm that is. I like how warm it is with the cooler crease that I have going on. I love mixing tones. I love that so much. Now just make sure that we're not obviously going down here where we carved that out. And then I'm just gonna warm up my nose. Oh, Gene's playing his little Jeannie Bean trumpet over there. So cute. He was such a good boy at the vet. The vet loves him. He literally does no wrong. They love him. He just lays there and lets them absolutely just check everything. And he's just so sweet. And he's so good. In a car ride, he's just the best boy ever. This is the only blush I've been reaching for. I love it so much. I just think the color is so pretty and it just goes on so smoothly. And I feel that it complements my cooler or my warm tone looks. I really, really love it. And it's super buildable. I can't speak. I am too stunned to speak. Let's finish up the eye. I'm hoping I can get this done before my call at 4. Tap that underneath here. Okay, now we need our C30 just to smooth it out a hair. But does our C30 need us? It does. There it is. Tap that. I'm just using the angled side to tap that. It fits perfectly underneath there. Then let's grab an E27. Where did our palette go? Oh, right beside of me. Let's grab the darker shade here. These are the softest mattes ever. They love this very tacky wet base as well. Let's push that there, no fallout because of that base. And then we'll finish up with this shade on our inner corner. Grab that on our E27. Nice. So pretty. I think we're gonna make it. All right, what are we doing on our lips? Ooh, should I do like a candy pink? I think we should. This one's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm gonna put on the gloss first, just a little bit. It's literally called Cotton Candy. Oh, I like it because it's cool tone. But wait. Also notice that I didn't put on as much. I just want enough to help that lip liner glide. Let me pick out a lip liner. I grabbed my favorite. This is Sephora Collection Rouge Gel Lip Liner. And the shade is Dress to the 90s. This one's so good with these glosses because it has a little bit of a sheen to it. All right, that's all for today. I'm actually going to have to hop off, but I'll do the pictures and everything in just a second. I gotta go get on a call. But remember, if nobody's told you today, I love you so much.